Hi, this is Heidi Cooper from TorahFamilyLiving.com, and today I wanted to bring you along as I work on a prayer Bible for my mother-in-law. And right out of the gate, I just want to give credit where I got this idea from over here on YouTube at the Sister Rita Club. She has been doing a fantastic job of showing people how to use their Bibles to pray the promises of Yah back to him, and it has been such a life changer for me. So I wanted to walk you through working on one for my mother-in-law. Now this full one in front of me, that one's mine, and now I'm going to add some tabs to my mother-in-law's. Tonight I thought I'd work on the He Understands category, and I made a little kit to help people make their own prayer Bible, and it comes with a booklet with suggested verses for each category. So we'll go ahead and get her Bible out here. The first verse I think is in 1 Peter here. So let me find that. Yeah, 1 Peter 5:7. So I have 22 different categories that I divided up. This one that I'm working on tonight, like I said, is He Understands. So what I'd like to do is, once I find the verse, I just use plain old colored pencils. I feel like they're the easiest to work on, the thinner paper. I don't have fancy Bible highlighters or anything. So I just color it in with colored pencils. And then I label what the category is in the margin by the verse, because what I discovered is in mine, some of the pages get kind of full. So it helps to know which verses go with what category as you go along. And then I made these laminated tabs, and I glue those onto the margin to be able to find them later when I'm praying. And I just glue them on, and they're cardstock and laminated, so they're super, super durable. And I like to glue them onto the right side of the page so that when I go to open it, I know how to open it to get to the right verse, if that makes sense. All right, so that's our first verse done. And the next one is just a couple pages back. We'll go down to 1 John chapter 5, verses 14 and 15. So I'll just walk you through it again. What I do is I find the verse. I like to create like a whole box and highlight the whole thing, and I color it with colored pencils. See how I'm just filling the whole box in. And then I label it in the margin or right near it. Hers was tight margins. When you pick a Bible for this, it helps to give yourself a little bit of space. This one's been really tight. And then glue the tab on to the right side, so it's easy to find. And what I think is really, really, well, there's a lot of things I think are really neat about a prayer Bible, but let me see if I can share a few with you. First, I think it's just so powerful that when we're praying, we are praying what He has already promised, what He has already said, what we know is true. Because I know through my life, prayer has been one of those things that, I don't know, it's been more of a struggle for me, wanting to make sure I'm doing it correctly. And, you sit in prayer meeting. I would sit in prayer meetings with my mother as a kid, and it was either just people being really flowery or just people, it felt like they were reciting a shopping list. And, I found that it just, I don't know, it was a struggle for me. So this method of just going in the Word and then praying back to Him, and it's not even just I know that what I'm praying is correct. It's that He also, as I'm in there praying one verse, He's showing me another one that almost is like answering what I was praying about, and it's amazing. I just so encourage you to get in your Bible and start praying what's there. I can't describe it, and I can't get enough of it. I keep my Bible right by my chair in the living room, and I find myself grabbing it multiple times a day and just praying just praying through a few tabs. I don't pray all of them every time. That'd be a whole day, I think. But, just sitting there and praying through just even a few tabs as I feel led, or a category that I need to pray about this situation or this person. and just he points out on the other verses on the page, and or answers what I'm asking about as I'm reading his word and praying. So it's an amazing experience. And as I picked the verses, I tried to span the whole of the Old and New Testament, because it's all important. It all ties together. It all supports each other. You can't have one without the other. And so I think it's important that we spend time in all of it, from the front to the back. There, see, I'm labeling the category in the margin again there. So you see, it's a pretty simple procedure, but I think it's as you get started making your prayer Bible, I think it's smart to just, maybe do one category at a time and start just praying through the categories you have done. And even if you do one a day, to kind of get comfortable with it and not be so overwhelmed by all of them there at once. I'll show you my Bible again in a few minutes here so you can see how many tabs I ended up with. But I built it over probably 3 weeks' time, adding a little at a time and praying through the verses as I added them, just a little at a time. And that's what I'm doing for my mother-in-law. I'll take it up to her and she'll have it, and then I'll say, okay, let me go add a few more tabs for you and take it back, and so she can be using it as I'm building it for her. And now my oldest daughter, she's ready to get hers started. I just got her tabs finished. If you are interested in starting to create a prayer Bible of your own, I do have a DIY kit that comes with the tabs ready to go, and a booklet with all the verses I have suggested. They're certainly not an exhaustive list, but it'll get you started, and then an envelope to keep them in as you're working out. Because like I said, I think it's nice to kind of take it slow and build it a little over time. And if you wanted to go a little, super budget friendly, I also have a printable available that you can create your own and print them on cardstock and glue them onto your Bible yourself. So I'll have links in the description for those if you're interested. All right. I just finished. I think I'll add some more verses to this category later, but it'll get her started on the He Understands category. So there, see how many I have in mine? It's pretty full. And you can see there's some pages are quite full. So that's why I use different colors and I label them as I go. So I hope this is a blessing to you and that you'll start your own Bible. And again, this is Heidi Cooper of TorahFamilyLiving.com.